Pratiquez l'anglais tous les jours, écoutez, parlez, entraînez-vous et améliorez vos compétences linguistiques avec nous.
Quand tu as fini, continue à t'exercer dans notre appli. C'est gratuit, lien en description.
Commencez à vous entraîner.
I need to find a parking meter. I need to find a parking meter.
J'ai besoin de trouver un parcmètre.
I need to find a parking meter. I need to find a parking meter. There is a meter on the sidewalk. There is a meter on the sidewalk.
Il y a un parcmètre sur le trottoir.
There is a meter on the sidewalk. There is a meter on the sidewalk. Do I have to pay for parking here? Do I have to pay for parking here?
Dois-je payer pour me garer ici?
Do I have to pay for parking here? Do I have to pay for parking here? This meter takes coins. This meter takes coins.
Ce parcmètre accepte les pièces.
This meter takes coins. This meter takes coins. The meter only accepts quarters. The meter only accepts quarters.
Le parcmètre n'accepte que les pièces de 25 cents.
The meter only accepts quarters. The meter only accepts quarters. I don't have enough change. I don't have enough change.
Je n'ai pas assez de monnaie.
I don't have enough change. I don't have enough change. Can I pay with a credit card? Can I pay with a credit card?
Puis-je payer avec une carte de crédit?
Can I pay with a credit card? Can I pay with a credit card? The meter is broken. The meter is broken.
Le parcmètre est en panne.
The meter is broken. The meter is broken. The screen on the meter is blank. The screen on the meter is blank.
L'écran du parcmètre est éteint.
The screen on the meter is blank. The screen on the meter is blank. I inserted a quarter. I inserted a quarter.
J'ai inséré une pièce de 25 cents.
I inserted a quarter. I inserted a quarter. The meter shows 15 minutes. The meter shows 15 minutes.
Le parcmètre affiche 15 minutes.
The meter shows 15 minutes. The meter shows 15 minutes. I need to add more time. I need to add more time.
Je dois ajouter plus de temps.
I need to add more time. I need to add more time. How much is 1 hour of parking? How much is 1 hour of parking?
Combien coûte une heure de stationnement?
How much is 1 hour of parking? How much is 1 hour of parking? The meter charges $1 per hour. The meter charges $1 per hour.
Le parcmètre facture $1 par heure.
The meter charges $1 per hour. The meter charges $1 per hour. I paid for 2 hours. I paid for 2 hours.
J'ai payé pour 2 heures.
I paid for 2 hours. I paid for 2 hours. The meter won't accept my card. The meter won't accept my card.
Le parcmètre n'accepte pas ma carte.
The meter won't accept my card. The meter won't accept my card. The coin slot is jammed. The coin slot is jammed.
La fente à pièces est bloquée.
The coin slot is jammed. The coin slot is jammed. I found a parking spot. I found a parking spot.
J'ai trouvé une place de stationnement.
I found a parking spot. I found a parking spot. There's a 2-hour limit here. There's a 2-hour limit here.
Il y a une limite de 2 heures ici.
There's a 2-hour limit here. There's a 2-hour limit here. I parked downtown. I parked downtown.
Je me suis garé en centre-ville.
I parked downtown. I parked downtown. I hope I don't get a ticket. I hope I don't get a ticket.
J'espère ne pas recevoir une amende.
I hope I don't get a ticket. I hope I don't get a ticket. The meter is expired. The meter is expired.
Le parcmètre est expiré.
The meter is expired. The meter is expired. The red light is on. The red light is on.
Le voyant rouge est allumé.
The red light is on. The red light is on. The green light means it's paid. The green light means it's paid.
Le voyant vert signifie que c'est payé.
The green light means it's paid. The green light means it's paid. I forgot to feed the meter. I forgot to feed the meter.
J'ai oublié d'alimenter le parcmètre.
I forgot to feed the meter. I forgot to feed the meter. I need to go back and pay. I need to go back and pay.
Je dois y retourner pour payer.
I need to go back and pay. I need to go back and pay. I set a timer on my phone. I set a timer on my phone.
J'ai mis un minuteur sur mon téléphone.
I set a timer on my phone. I set a timer on my phone. My car is by the blue meter. My car is by the blue meter.
Ma voiture est près du parcmètre bleu.
My car is by the blue meter. My car is by the blue meter. The meter number is 304. The meter number is 304.
Le numéro du parcmètre est 304.
The meter number is 304. The meter number is 304. I paid at the kiosk. I paid at the kiosk.
J'ai payé à la borne.
I paid at the kiosk. I paid at the kiosk. I used the parking app. I used the parking app.
J'ai utilisé l'application de stationnement.
I used the parking app. I used the parking app. The app shows my parking time. The app shows my parking time.
L'application affiche mon temps de stationnement.
The app shows my parking time. The app shows my parking time. I extended my time through the app. I extended my time through the app.
J'ai prolongé mon temps via l'application.
I extended my time through the app. I extended my time through the app. The parking meter is near the curb. The parking meter is near the curb.
Le parcmètre est près du trottoir.
The parking meter is near the curb. The parking meter is near the curb. The instructions are on the meter. The instructions are on the meter.
Les instructions sont sur le parcmètre.
The instructions are on the meter. The instructions are on the meter. I read the sign before parking. I read the sign before parking.
J'ai lu le panneau avant de me garer.
I read the sign before parking. I read the sign before parking. Parking is free after 6 p.m. Parking is free after 6 p.m.
Le stationnement est gratuit après 18 heures.
Parking is free after 6 p.m. Parking is free after 6 p.m. Parking is free on Sundays. Parking is free on Sundays.
Le stationnement est gratuit le dimanche.
Parking is free on Sundays. Parking is free on Sundays. I can't park here during rush hour. I can't park here during rush hour.
Je ne peux pas me garer ici pendant les heures de pointe.
I can't park here during rush hour. I can't park here during rush hour. This zone requires a permit. This zone requires a permit.
Cette zone nécessite un permis.
This zone requires a permit. This zone requires a permit. I parked in a metered space. I parked in a metered space.
Je me suis garé dans un emplacement payant.
I parked in a metered space. I parked in a metered space. I need to move my car soon. I need to move my car soon.
Je dois bientôt déplacer ma voiture.
I need to move my car soon. I need to move my car soon. The meter gives a receipt. The meter gives a receipt.
Le parcmètre donne un reçu.
The meter gives a receipt. The meter gives a receipt. The receipt shows the expiration time. The receipt shows the expiration time.
Le reçu indique l'heure d'expiration.
The receipt shows the expiration time. The receipt shows the expiration time. I put the receipt on my dashboard. I put the receipt on my dashboard.
J'ai mis le reçu sur mon tableau de bord.
I put the receipt on my dashboard. I put the receipt on my dashboard. The parking officer is checking meters. The parking officer is checking meters.
L'agent de stationnement vérifie les parcmètres.
The parking officer is checking meters. The parking officer is checking meters. I got a parking ticket. I got a parking ticket.
J'ai reçu une amende de stationnement.
I got a parking ticket. I got a parking ticket. I appealed the ticket. I appealed the ticket.
J'ai contesté l'amende.
I appealed the ticket. I appealed the ticket. I paid the fine online. I paid the fine online.
J'ai payé l'amende en ligne.
I paid the fine online. I paid the fine online. The meter reset after I left. The meter reset after I left.
Le parcmètre s'est réinitialisé après mon départ.
The meter reset after I left. The meter reset after I left. Someone else parked after me. Someone else parked after me.
Quelqu'un d'autre s'est garé après moi.
Someone else parked after me. Someone else parked after me. I shared my extra time with a friend. I shared my extra time with a friend.
J'ai partagé mon temps restant avec un ami.
I shared my extra time with a friend. I shared my extra time with a friend. The sun makes the screen hard to read. The sun makes the screen hard to read.
Le soleil rend l'écran difficile à lire.
The sun makes the screen hard to read. The sun makes the screen hard to read. I parked in front of the store. I parked in front of the store.
Je me suis garé devant le magasin.
I parked in front of the store. I parked in front of the store. I only need 30 minutes. I only need 30 minutes.
J'ai seulement besoin de 30 minutes.
I only need 30 minutes. I only need 30 minutes. The minimum is 1 hour. The minimum is 1 hour.
Le minimum est d'1 heure.
The minimum is 1 hour. The minimum is 1 hour. I overpaid for parking. I overpaid for parking.
J'ai trop payé pour le stationnement.
I overpaid for parking. I overpaid for parking. The meter says, no coins returned. The meter says, no coins returned.
Le parcmètre indique, pas de rendu de monnaie.
The meter says, no coins returned. The meter says, no coins returned. I used exact change. I used exact change.
J'ai utilisé la monnaie exacte.
I used exact change. I used exact change. The meter is solar powered. The meter is solar powered.
Le parcmètre est alimenté par l'énergie solaire.
The meter is solar powered. The meter is solar powered. There's a meter on each side of the street. There's a meter on each side of the street.
Il y a un parcmètre de chaque côté de la rue.
There's a meter on each side of the street. There's a meter on each side of the street. I walked to the meter from my car. I walked to the meter from my car.
J'ai marché jusqu'au parcmètre depuis ma voiture.
I walked to the meter from my car. I walked to the meter from my car. The meter is labeled, pay here. The meter is labeled, pay here.
Le parcmètre est étiqueté, payez ici.
The meter is labeled, pay here. The meter is labeled, pay here. I checked the time limit. I checked the time limit.
J'ai vérifié la limite de temps.
I checked the time limit. I checked the time limit. No parking from 4 to 6 p.m. No parking from 4 to 6 p.m.
Pas de stationnement de 16h à 18h.
No parking from 4 to 6 p.m. No parking from 4 to 6 p.m. The fine is $25. The fine is $25.
L'amende est de $25.
The fine is $25. The fine is $25. Parking is free on holidays. Parking is free on holidays.
Le stationnement est gratuit les jours fériés.
Parking is free on holidays. Parking is free on holidays. I parked near the library. I parked near the library.
Je me suis garé près de la bibliothèque.
I parked near the library. I parked near the library. The meter is on the corner. The meter is on the corner.
Le parcmètre est au coin de la rue.
The meter is on the corner. The meter is on the corner. There's a sticker with instructions. There's a sticker with instructions.
Il y a un autocollant avec les instructions.
There's a sticker with instructions. There's a sticker with instructions. The meter is in English and Spanish. The meter is in English and Spanish.
Le parcmètre est en anglais et en espagnol.
The meter is in English and Spanish. The meter is in English and Spanish. I waited for a spot to open. I waited for a spot to open.
J'ai attendu qu'une place se libère.
I waited for a spot to open. I waited for a spot to open. I parked near a fire hydrant by mistake. I parked near a fire hydrant by mistake.
Je me suis garé par erreur près d'une bouche d'incendie.
I parked near a fire hydrant by mistake. I parked near a fire hydrant by mistake. The meter has a countdown timer. The meter has a countdown timer.
Le parcmètre a un minuteur dégressif.
The meter has a countdown timer. The meter has a countdown timer. I checked the timer before leaving. I checked the timer before leaving.
J'ai vérifié le minuteur avant de partir.
I checked the timer before leaving. I checked the timer before leaving. The meter zone ends at this block. The meter zone ends at this block.
La zone de parcmètre se termine à ce pâté de maison.
The meter zone ends at this block. The meter zone ends at this block. I parked in a loading zone. I parked in a loading zone.
Je me suis garé dans une zone de chargement.
I parked in a loading zone. I parked in a loading zone. This is a tow-away zone. This is a tow-away zone.
C'est une zone de remorquage.
This is a tow-away zone. This is a tow-away zone. I didn't see the sign. I didn't see the sign.
Je n'ai pas vu le panneau.
I didn't see the sign. I didn't see the sign. The meter flashes when it's expired. The meter flashes when it's expired.
Le parcmètre clignote quand il est expiré.
The meter flashes when it's expired. The meter flashes when it's expired. I asked someone how the meter works. I asked someone how the meter works.
J'ai demandé à quelqu'un comment fonctionne le parcmètre.
I asked someone how the meter works. I asked someone how the meter works. There's a help number on the meter. There's a help number on the meter.
Il y a un numéro d'assistance sur le parcmètre.
There's a help number on the meter. There's a help number on the meter. The meter takes contactless payments. The meter takes contactless payments.
Le parcmètre accepte les paiements sans contact.
The meter takes contactless payments. The meter takes contactless payments. I tapped my phone to pay. I tapped my phone to pay.
J'ai approché mon téléphone pour payer.
I tapped my phone to pay. I tapped my phone to pay. I added my license plate to the meter. I added my license plate to the meter.
J'ai ajouté ma plaque d'immatriculation au parcmètre.
I added my license plate to the meter. I added my license plate to the meter. The meter matches the space number. The meter matches the space number.
Le parcmètre correspond au numéro de l'emplacement.
The meter matches the space number. The meter matches the space number. I printed a parking pass. I printed a parking pass.
J'ai imprimé un ticket de stationnement.
I printed a parking pass. I printed a parking pass. I left the pass on my dashboard. I left the pass on my dashboard.
J'ai laissé le ticket sur mon tableau de bord.
I left the pass on my dashboard. I left the pass on my dashboard. I parked in space 12. I parked in space 12.
Je me suis garé à l'emplacement 12.
I parked in space 12. I parked in space 12. The meter is out of order. The meter is out of order.
Le parcmètre est hors service.
The meter is out of order. The meter is out of order. I called the city to report the meter. I called the city to report the meter.
J'ai appelé la mairie pour signaler le parcmètre.
I called the city to report the meter. I called the city to report the meter. I used a parking garage instead. I used a parking garage instead.
J'ai utilisé un parking couvert à la place.
I used a parking garage instead. I used a parking garage instead. The meter gives a warning beep. The meter gives a warning beep.
Le parcmètre émet un bip d'avertissement.
The meter gives a warning beep. The meter gives a warning beep. I moved my car before the time ran out. I moved my car before the time ran out.
J'ai déplacé ma voiture avant la fin du temps.
I moved my car before the time ran out. I moved my car before the time ran out. I parked in a handicapped space. I parked in a handicapped space.
Je me suis garé sur une place handicapée.
I parked in a handicapped space. I parked in a handicapped space. There's no meter for this spot. There's no meter for this spot.
Il n'y a pas de parcmètre pour cette place.
There's no meter for this spot. There's no meter for this spot. The meter accepted the coins. The meter accepted the coins.
Le parcmètre a accepté les pièces.
The meter accepted the coins. The meter accepted the coins. I waited in line to pay the meter. I waited in line to pay the meter.
J'ai fait la queue pour payer le parcmètre.
I waited in line to pay the meter. I waited in line to pay the meter. I parked near the museum. I parked near the museum.
Je me suis garé près du musée.
I parked near the museum. I parked near the museum. The meter is next to a tree. The meter is next to a tree.
Le parcmètre est à côté d'un arbre.
The meter is next to a tree. The meter is next to a tree. I saw someone getting a ticket. I saw someone getting a ticket.
J'ai vu quelqu'un recevoir une amende.
I saw someone getting a ticket. I saw someone getting a ticket. I checked my parking time online. I checked my parking time online.
J'ai vérifié mon temps de stationnement en ligne.
I checked my parking time online. I checked my parking time online. I had to re-enter my car's info. I had to re-enter my car's info.
J'ai dû ressaisir les informations de ma voiture.
I had to re-enter my car's info. I had to re-enter my car's info.
Merci de votre visionnage. Abonnez-vous à notre chaîne et activez les notifications pour recevoir nos nouvelles vidéos et poursuivre votre voyage d'apprentissage de l'anglais.